Yeah, see how Ben's keeping the elbow coming straight to the ground? The key is you gotta pull from here. Nice.
What's the importance of tracking your calorie intake, learning to do that so you can make transformations like the others have made?
It's the difference.
All right, we just wrapped up all right, so we're starting the back day off with pull-ups, overhand grip, going for that back width first. It's also a great way to warm up the overall back and the lats, right, Paul? You know,
I mean, this is a pretty advanced movement. If you're not lean and strong, you're not going to be able to do body weight pull-ups. But there are some great pull-up assist machines where your feet are placed and you can load the resistance. That's how I got strong enough to do a lot of pull-ups, free weight style. So,
yeah,
then you can advance. But what we're going to do today is we're not going to try to do sets of 6 or 8 or 10 or 12. We're going to do as many as we can each set till we get to 30 reps, right?
Right.
So it's probably going to take us 5 or 6 sets, at least for me personally.
Yeah.
I'm 210 pounds today. What are you?
145.
All right, so he's got a 74-pound advantage on me.
You're still probably going to be able to do more reps, but we'll get to it. So yeah, as many sets as you can, intensity with good form, and give yourself time to rest in between sets. On a program, we got like a 2-ish minute rest, so don't rush it. Take your time. Use a system machine. If you don't have access to that, use a stiff band. Most gyms have those, or you can buy them anywhere.
Yeah.
But we'll get right to it, and then we'll see how many sets it takes us to get there. So, set 1. Since I'm short, I need the box. Get up here.
You're going to true failure, huh?
10.5.
Yeah, I'm not going to get nearly that many. Oh, it's been a couple days.
Nice, good Paul. Putting up that width. You see when Paul's doing the reps, he's driving his elbows down, right? As he's coming up, not swinging the legs. So it's all perfect form. The lats are getting all of it.
Oh, that was 8.
It was 8? All right.
Rest a minute.
Yep. I want to start that clock. We could time a rest. So as you can see, we started a timer up there. So what I like to do is, especially with compound lifts, like a pull-up, like a deadlift, like a squat, whatever, a press movement, rest adequately, right?
Yeah.
Don't rush into that next set. Especially for pull-ups, if you're going to failure, you're going to need some time to get some quality reps.
Unless you're training for a performance sport, rest doesn't matter. No correlation between bigger muscles and shorter rest periods. In fact, it's probably the opposite. So just rest until you feel ready.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm at 17.
Oh, wait. Yeah, where did I? Oh, 8.
Yeah, 8. I was heading up by healthier. Let's see. Come to the side real quick. You look from the side. You see when Paul's doing it. It's pretty much his forehead to the bar, chin to the bar, as opposed to bring that chest to the bar. Yeah, nice. Good. Yeah, when I do pull-ups, I really like to go like that up and down form, right? As opposed to coming up and over.
Well, if you're trying to hit your lats, a lot of people hit their biceps and their shoulders. When you're like here, that's this muscles.
Yeah.
So that's why I like the assisted machine to start with, to teach proper technique. Because if you don't have the strength to do a pull-up with your back, you're going to use all your other muscles.
Bicep.
You'll see people like kicking their feet.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. Like I was just talking to one of my clients about this. Like if your chin doesn't necessarily clear the bar, it doesn't mean you didn't do a quality rep, right? If you're going up and going a little like cheating motion over, it's like doesn't make it now efficient.
No, that's kippings for CrossFit and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're in a competition and the rule states their chin must. So they've figured out a loophole to avoid the back.
Yeah.
They're like doing like a circle. We're trying to actually build a back.
Yeah.
So I don't care if I can do 0 reps or 100 reps.
Right.
If I'm not building my back, there's no benefit.
Right. If you're able to do 25 pull-ups at one time, it's like, okay, chances are there's some cheating going on or something.
Well,
you know?
either that or you see they don't come down. You know.
There's that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the lengthened part of a muscle is the weakest part. So you got to build it, you got to strengthen that
Coming out of that full stretch, that's where it's hard, you know?
And I mean, even if you see the guy that holds the world record for doing pull-ups in 24 hours, he don't have a big back.
What's his record?
Oh, he's done like 1,000 in 24. You know, like
Holy crap.
Just does pull-ups all day, but
Okay. Doesn't have a big back though,
it's more like endurance. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Wow. All right, 7 again.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
4.
Nice.
1.
There we go.
Oh, it's gonna be close on that last one.
Well, let's see. I got 10, 7, 7, 24. Yeah, we'll see. What time of day you normally train?
Middle of the day.
Middle of the day?
In the morning, I gotta get up, get my kids to school, do some work, and then once I feel like my mind is free, I've had a meal or two, then it's like I get to take a break, and that's my break is the gym.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's your like choice pre-workout meal, like in like time before? Like if you're having this like a solid meal.
I mean, at least an hour before. I don't like to have any food in my stomach.
Yeah, same way.
Yeah, probably maybe even 2 hours. But on the way to the gym, I'll have some simple sugars, a pre-workout drink. On the way here, I had a bowl of cereal, like dry cereal.
Yeah.
So
everyone, you can have cereal and stay in shape if it fits into your calories.
I mean, if they follow me, they know I eat sugar around the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Pop-Tarts, right?
I never avoided sugar. You know, I grew up old school. We used to pour cups of sugar in the Kool-Aid and give it to the kids.
Yeah.
Never caused me a problem, but I was active.
Right.
So it's about your lifestyle. It's not about sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for workout performance, like how easy is that to digest versus,
100%.
you know, oatmeal 20 minutes before you train, right? You know, like that fibrous carbs be sitting there.
The amount of protein I eat in a day, I want easy digesting carbs.
Yeah.
Potatoes, rice. I'll throw some vegetables in, but I don't want to feel bloated all day.
Yeah. No, I hear it. That was my meal 2 hours ago. Was chicken, rice, and digested really fast, easy.
Yeah.
You know. All right, this should be the last set. Last set for me. We'll see.
Oh, come on.
Okay, 31.
Oh, I was like, why are you still going? All right. All right, last set.
That's one, Paul.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, that's 30. I'm not trying to be fancy like you.
Okay, so exercise 2 is a bent over row. I have the barbell bent over row listed, but you can also substitute for a seated cable row.
We'll show them both.
Show them both.
We'll bring a barbell over here and show
Yeah, that sounds good. Today we're going to go with cable row. We're We're gonna use a straight bar. You can also do the traditional cable row, the close grip, close neutral. Most gyms are gonna have this. If you wanna get fancy, you could go with one of these or something. But we're gonna go with the straight bar to mimic that bent over row grip. So we'll swap this guy out.
Let me go get a barbell. I'm gonna show.
Okay. All right, so if we're doing the traditional bent row, you can use a curl bar like we got here, or you can use a straight bar. You want to start off like you're doing a Romanian deadlift. So bend those knees, chest up, arch out low back, push those hips back, chest up to flatten out that back. So we don't want to round forward and now my back is rounded, right? Arch, lean over, bend those knees, and you're pulling through your elbows close to your back. Boom, and I'm driving that bar to about low stomach, belly button height, that area. And when I'm doing those reps, I'm thinking about locking it in. I'm not starting to stand up as I get tired, right? You see that a lot. You start to get tired, a little bit of intensity to start doing those herky-jerky reps or into a trap-only exercise. You want to keep it overall back, right? So it's how a traditional bent row would look. You could even, if you have the range of motion, mobility, go all the way down to the floor each rep. I do that a lot just because it keeps that form strict, because I know if I'm touching the floor, I have to be strict. What grip do you like for these, Paul, if you're going?
A mimic, overhand, about a little wider than shoulder width.
Okay.
And then I set myself up so I'm just slightly leaning back at a few degrees, and then I lock in. Yeah, so it's just all the back is doing the work, just like with the pull-ups. You don't want to use the biceps, the shoulders. You want to try to use the back.
Now, what's your thought process with cable rows, with either like fully letting those shoulders protract or keep them locked in?
No, I try to keep the focus on the back. I like to let it open, but not to the point where you're rounding.
Exaggerating it?
Yeah, no
okay.
rounding of the upper back.
Gotcha. Not like Arnold and pumping iron?
You know, those guys, they got results, but it's,
yeah.
I'm sure there's different school of thoughts on that. But when I'm doing this, I'm really just trying to target the middle upper back. I'm not trying to, mess with my shoulders and rotators and all that stuff.
Here, come film here real quick, just so you can see like what we're talking about when Paul is doing it.
Yeah, and the reason I prefer this over the barbell is because as you get heavier and stronger, the barbell becomes the lower back becomes the point of pain. So for this, I don't have to support all the weight with my low back.
Right. That's a consideration for any of y'all doing the program and you have some low back limitations, right? You can just do this. Full range of motion, but not exaggerated, right? Think about that elbow drive coming back. I do the close grip row after I deadlift. I never do this one. Let me see, I'm trying to guess that weight.
Yeah, I mean, my next lift would be a narrow grip pull down.
Okay.
Typically,
Yep.
I usually alternate high, low, like vertical, horizontal, narrow, wide.
Yeah. It's what I got in the routine too for third. I'll go up a little bit.
Yeah, let's go a little faster now. Those pull-ups you got to take a minute to recover from.
Yeah.
That was good though. That's the most. I haven't done 8 reps in a row in a while.
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing them at the end of the workout, so I've only been able to get like 4 or 5 at the end.
There we go. Nice. Lock it in, Paul. There we go.
Oh, sorry for.
No.
Yeah, pros, it's always like that. Like you're going, it gets to the point you can't bring it all the way in. So if you have to do a couple forced reps, that's fine. If you write down your workouts, which you should to track your progression, you can even write, oh, I got 8 full range and maybe like 2 force reps at the end. That way, next time you do it, you can try to go, okay, maybe I want to get 9. Or maybe I want to bump it up a little bit. Like if you want to bump it up, like you got smaller increments of weights that you can do, right? So you want some kind of progressive overload while training. There we go, come on, Paul. Top set. There we go. There we go. All right, so we got vertical pulls, wide overhand with the pull-ups. We got our horizontal pulling with the cable row. And now, Paul, we're going to go to a neutral pull down. What's the purpose of that? Or benefit of doing a neutral pull, I should say.
Well, I find it really thickens up the meaty part of the lat. I know a lot of people say to get wide, you got to train wide. I disagree. I find that my lats get thicker, which makes them wider from narrow pull downs.
Okay.
So I like hitting the back from 4 different angles. 2 vertical, 2 horizontal, 1 wide, 1 narrow each.
Okay. Every angle.
The back's very complex. A lot of muscles in the back. Teres major, rhomboids, traps, even the rear delts, and you want to hit them all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Go in sets of 10 to 12 here on the pull down. So standard V grip, neutral grip. Paul, what do you like to do for range of motion to keep it in the lat?
So I tend to lean back about 15 degrees so that I can keep my elbows going down to the ground. I've noticed what a lot of people do is they grab it and they pull it towards their body, engaging the biceps and the delts more. I try to keep it like an arc so my elbow's coming down naturally.
Okay.
That keeps the stress on the back.
Got it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, see how Ben's keeping the elbow coming straight to the ground? Yeah, that's all back. Good. Good.
I'm gonna do a couple with improper form here. So what Paul was saying, when you start to pull back is when people start to, or even I, when I start to get tired, have a tendency to start pulling like this, right?
Yeah. So now you're using a lot of this bicep right here. You'll see how tense that is.
Yeah.
You'll also see people lean way back.
Yep.
And take the stress off their back.
Instead of here, it's back here, right?
Yeah, now you're hitting upper back and lower back. Yeah.
It's like a weird row now, you know?
Use no ego with this lift because you will get strong at it.
It feels good doing it after having a pump in the.
This is one that I've gotten.
Too.
Now I have long arms, so I have to go from the floor. Otherwise, I get no range of motion.
Oh shoot! Okay.
People always ask me at the gym, "Why do you do it from the floor?" And I'm like, "Because this does nothing for me." So I always.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm fine at 7, and then probably never occurred to me because I don't have that problem. Nice. There we go. It's good, Paul. You had range of motion too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna make it tougher though, because they're not like in as much, you know.
You know, I think there's the disadvantage of being tall is you technically have to do more work because the definition of work is, you know, weight over distance.
Right.
But I think taller people have good leverages. So over time, I have the potential for more force output. It just takes me longer.
Gotcha.
You know, it's like shorter bodybuilders tend to put on muscle really quickly, but they kind of max out. Whereas it's taken me 30 years to look like this.
I see what you're saying. Just like to fill out the frame.
But I'm still getting stronger, like just incrementally, but I'm still noticing certain lifts I get better at.
Okay. So. Well, we're just talking about the pull-ups, right?
Yeah.
Feeling strong on those.
Well, I've also lost some body fat. That helps.
Yeah.
You take a weight vest off. Yeah.
Take a weight vest off.
It's one good thing about being stage lean. I can do like 20 pull-ups at the end of
prep. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I just don't usually have the energy, so I'm still only getting like eight-ish anyway.
Yeah, at the end of prep is when I usually switch to just doing all pull-ups. I don't usually do pull-ups. I usually do assisted.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just like I like how it just keeps my form perfect.
Right.
But when I'm 220, 230, I can only do 1 or 2 pull-ups anyway.
Okay.
It's not like, it's one of those lifts that it's just hard to get strong at.
Yeah.
When you have it. Yeah.
Even dips, right?
Yeah.
We think the range of motion with the stretch, Paul, right about here?
I honestly let myself go all the way up.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking about, again, you know, this part of your lat is at its weakest right there.
Right.
The key is you got to pull from here as best you can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 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 See, I think you're missing out on a lot of power output because you should be stronger on this than you are on pull-ups.
Okay.
You're stronger than me on pull-ups, body weight for body weight, and I'm twice as strong as you on here.
Yeah. Well, that's what I need to work on.
Because you don't focus on this.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this will get thicker faster doing these than that.
Gotcha.
That to me is more like this musculature.
Right.
This is like for a bodybuilding stage. This is where you get this little lat pop where it comes out right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: where would you put it in a routine? That would like, so for me, would you recommend doing this first, maybe doing that like second or third?
I always do this third. I just
always third.
Pull-ups for me are always like, it just gets. I just gets blood in all my joints.
Okay.
Elbows, shoulders.
Yeah.
But again, I usually do the assisted machine. That was like pretty intense, you know. So I start on the assisted machine where I do like 15 to 20 reps.
Okay.
And then I go down to 10 or 12. Then I might do the free weight for a couple sets.
Okay.
And then at the end of the workout, I might throw in a couple more.
Gotcha.
But this is always usually third for me.
Okay.
But yeah, but a heavy emphasis on getting stronger on this.
Okay.
So even sometimes I'll do sets of 5. The thing is, we could get in the routine where we don't challenge ourselves enough.
Right.
Because you go, I do 100 for 8. Okay, cool. Well, one day we go, do 1 for 50 for 1. But you know, you study exercise science. You know that your muscles can actually learn to fire differently when you put them under heavy stress. So it's not necessarily bad to do heavy reps. Just to relearn. And
a heavy set of 4 to 6 is not.
Yeah, and you might surprise yourself. You might be like, "Damn, I'm stronger than I thought." And then when you go back to doing sets of 10, you're doing 10 more pounds.
You're stronger for reps.
Yep. I mean, I might be able to do this whole machine. I might do it for fun.
Okay. Yeah. Come video from the side. We see Paul's elbow angle, elbow drive, pulling all with the lat, like he was saying before. There we go. Nice ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're running out of weight.
I'll do one super heavy. I'll do 260 and I'll do a drop set.
Okay.
I don't even know if I can do 260.
Gotcha.
Just want to try it.
Give it a shot. No, I'll do 120 for my top. When we get to third in your routine, what do you do for rest times? You're like, this is a compound isolation, you know?
I usually have my headphones in.
Yeah.
Once my breathing comes back to normal. And again, if I'm like on a day like today, I didn't go near failure on that set.
Right.
I'll save the failure for the last set and then I'll do a drop set.
Okay.
Some people are going failure, failure, failure. I don't do that. I'm warming up to my top set and then I'm doing failure at the end.
Okay. Okay.
So basically 1 set of failure each exercise.
Got it.
Yeah.
So do it if the program says it.
Yeah. But again,
push yourself.
The program that we're training for right now is more of a beginner's guide.
Yeah.
I've been doing this 30 years. I'm very in tune with my body and how to change variables.
And it's another thing though. Let's say you're doing this program for 3 or 4 months and then you're like, man, I can't get past X weight for 10 reps. Then you can do something like you were saying to help you break past the plateau 100%. Or you're getting a different stimulus, right?
Yep.
All right.
Or that's when you add frequency.
Yeah.
Add a second back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Drop set on the stop one.
You got it.
All right.
I'll drop you down to 70.
Right on.
Good. Nice.
I got 2.
Nice.
One more.
Had it drop too much on you because of the 85.
Whew, that was a few reps.
Yeah, I think you did more on the drop than you.
Yeah, I know. I think so.
You did a,
So good. With drop sets, the longer you train, it's important to really focus on the quality of reps while you're doing it, right? So then the lactic acid starts to build up, start training to like this, like a bicep movement, right? But
yeah, that's the technique to go past failure.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's another way
building up that work
break
capacity.
through. That's a way to break through like plateaus. It's like, okay, I can't do any more. Let me drop the weight and keep the set going. All right, so I'll do 240. I can only imagine I'm going to get a couple and then drop it to 160.
Okay. You want a couple of spots, couple of assists once you hit that failure point?
Probably not.
No. Okay.
I'm not young and vibrant like you. I'm just trying
Okay.
the real test of a good workout for me is my next workout good?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to be
shows
too
if you're
beat up.
recovering, right?
Yeah.
So you said 160, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Paul. Top set.
Weighs more than I do. Hold on. It's gonna take a second.
Come on, Paul. Here we go. Yep. There we go. Yeah, let's rock it.
Yeah, that was fun.
There we go. Squeeze it. Oh, yeah. Quality reps. Nice. Boom. There we go. Come on, Paul. Walk it in. 6. Good. Yes. There we go. All right, we're going rear delts here, upper back isolation. So I'm going overhand grip. That's going to isolate those rear delts. So you want to lean way over when you're doing your rear delt flies or reverse dumbbell flies. I like to go overhand. You can go underhand or neutral grip. That's fine too. Slight bend in the arms and think about raising out, sweeping the floor. Boom. Just like so, not doing any herky-jerky reps like that, right? Not trying to stand up, just sweep and out. Your traps are going to work a little bit, but that's okay. Try not to keep it all in those traps. Mostly in those rear delts.
Have to get him a tan, dude.
Good strict form. With rear delt training, don't overthink it, guys. It's usually a way you can control. This is icing on the cake. All the other pulling movements we did, train the rear delts, this isolates it. That's all. So, Paul, we're going to incline bench curl to train the start off the biceps. I mean, biceps are pretty fried at the end of a back day anyway, right? Yep. So it's trying to use a way you could control, but you like going together or alternating?
I always alternate. I just find I lean into the one I'm doing a little, slow.
Okay.
Bit. Yeah.
I was going to focus on that, right? I love the incline bench curl because you can't cheat no matter how much you want to. It's really isolated on here. So 10 to 12 good reps, guys. You can twist on the way up if you want to. I'm just going to go open grip. I mean, if your shoulders and elbows are good with the open grip the whole time, yeah, at this point in the workout, you're really warmed up and your biceps are really warm, so it shouldn't be a problem, but just listen to your body on these. But 10 to 12.
Mirror's just a touch too high, right?
I know. I think every time I use those benches. There you go. Nice job, Paul. Try the blood up there. Go. Yeah, there we go. Nice. All right, we're going alternating hammer curls here. Ugh. So with these, going standing after we did the incline bench curl. So we went from the open grip, supinated. We're going now neutral grip, forearms, bicep, brachialis. It's a little muscle that sits under the bicep. So I'm going alternating here because, like Paul said, you can really isolate on each side, really think about what you're doing. You could go both together too. I mean, it keeps really good tension in the bicep. It's more of a matter of personal preference, quite honestly, but just focus on strict form. Even go a little bit lighter than you think you need to the first 1 or 2 times you do this exercise, this workout. Then you start to learn your body real quick. Warm inside. So Paul, for anyone joining the challenge, this is a completely random question, not associated with training, but more nutrition side. What do you think is important for everyone joining in to see all awesome transformations, right? What's the importance of tracking your calorie intake, learning to do that so you can make transformations like the others have made in past challenges?
It's the difference. It's the thing that most people don't want to do. It's why most people will try either fasting approach or a carnivore diet or 1 meal a day because they don't want to be accountable.
Yeah.
And what's funny is the second, and I was the same way. And the first time I worked with a coach that gave me macros and calories, it took me a week to get it right. Going to the grocery store, looking up labels, going, oh, I can't eat this. It's got too much fat. After a week, it was the easiest thing ever.
Right.
And it makes me mad that I didn't do it sooner.
Right.
And that's the thing you think that's the hardest is the easiest.
Yeah.
It just, you got to get over
it's
the
just
hurdle.
like a chore at first to learn it. But once you learn it, guys, it becomes second nature. Using that food skill becomes second nature. What makes it easy?
I don't even track anymore. I'm so used to looking at food and weighing it and tracking it that I don't have to anymore.
It's also a benefit of eating single ingredient foods, right?
Yeah.
If you had something like chicken, rice, broccoli, and like 2 condiments, that's 5 ingredients. How hard is that to go? Yeah. Kind of guesstimate the calories, right?
Yep.
Simple.
Eggs and a bagel. That's my breakfast every day.
There we go.
Protein powder and a Pop-Tart. Like I know, I can tell you what the calories or macros are in that without even plugging it in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, super simple, right? I just put up a video on my channel, guys. Go over macro tracking 101. So if you have questions about it, 10 minutes will change your life, okay? So tracking foods with a label, without a label, foods that have a label like grains like rice where it says something unprepared versus when it's cooked.
Yeah.
It's all covered in that video. So if you want to save yourself a week of frustration of learning it, you can learn it in 10 minutes. So there's that. But anyway, I digress. There we go. Let's fall, big squeeze at the top. There we go. All right, now we wrapped up the back and bicep. We got 1 exercise for calves. You want to do a Smith machine, standing calf raise?
Whatever your gym has available.
All right, let's use it. And in the program, I put really any calf variant.
A riser?
Yeah, while Paul's grabbing that. Yeah, any calf variant is good. You can do on a leg press. You can do a standing barbell lean against a rack. We're going to do a Smith machine. It's nice and locked in. If your gym doesn't have a calf machine, if it does, use it, right? So, all right, what are some form keys you like to think about with calf training, Paul?
I think the most important one is full range of motion. Most people don't actually let their calves do the work. So when you get a full stretch like that, let it sit for a second, because you have a tendon back here that likes to pop you back up. So now when he goes up and he's using his calves and he gets a squeeze at the top, he knows his calves are involved. If you bounce at the bottom, it's not just calves. It's actually your Achilles tendon.
Yeah, and you got a chance for injury, right? Risk of injury. Now, what are your thoughts on going a very slight bend in the knees the whole time versus legs totally straight?
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. I don't think that's going to change the muscle growth as much.
Okay.
Also could just depend on the machine you're using, your personal level of flexibility.
Right.
How much weight you're using. I would say a slight bend is probably always a good idea.
Yeah. I usually do that too. I found in the past, like if I go legs completely straight and really get into it, like the next time I'm sore behind the knee, which is not great. But
and if it's your first time training calves, do not overdo it the first day. Maybe do one set.
Yes.
Calves are one of those muscles, we use it every day, all day. But if you introduce a new stimulus like fuller range of motion or resistance, you won't be able to use those calves for 3 days.
Right. They'll be super sore.
I've done that many times where I'm like, oh, let me go all in on calf day. Let me do 12 sets.
And it's almost, I don't want to say easy because it does burn a lot, but it's almost easier to dig deep into that instead of a set of, barbell rows or something, The next day you're paying for it.
Well, yeah, because your calves, you use them all day, every day.
Right.
You just don't usually go like this long in the motion or this high in the squeeze. They're also very strong. Like, I can do on my calves, if I'm doing a leg press, I can almost do as much as I can leg press.
Jeez, okay.
So they're powerful muscles.
Now, do you like to do standing and seated variants, or do you just pick one that you can feel?
I don't usually do a lot of seated, but I will at the end of prep. I think that hits more of the gastroc.
Gastroc, yeah.
So it just depends. If you have a part of your calf that's missing, I played sports my whole life, so I think my calves are from that.
Yeah.
I just use this to augment.
Just standing. Okay.
I ran and jumped and did all those sports my whole life, so calves are, athletic muscles, I think.
Got it. And if it's a weak body part, I know this is outside the program, but if it's a weak body part for someone, how often do you recommend training it?
I mean, when I'm training my competitors and they have a body part that's behind, I'll train it 3 days a week with the appropriate volume.
Okay.
And when I wanted to get good at push-ups, I did them every day. When I want to get good at pull-ups, I did them every day.
Right.
So, it just depends on what your tolerance is, what your schedule is like. I think 2 times per week for most muscles is ideal.
Okay.
Only in some instances will I do 3 days a week.
Got it. Yeah, because you got to do it so you can recover, but not
until it's
go over
caught
the
up.
edge.
Until it's caught
up. Yeah. Got it. All right, we just wrapped up back, biceps, and calves. This program, this routine, 3-day split, of course.
Pump already.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This routine has a couple different variations. There's the men's version 1, which is a little bit more chest focus. Version 2 is a little bit more shoulder focus. Ladies' routine is a little bit more delt and glute focus. So we just did one of the days on the split.
Yeah.
Right. But in terms of this workout routine, we talked about all the different angles, right? Yeah. For anyone who's just jumping in, maybe they've been training for 6 months or something, right? Yeah. What do they need to focus on when we're going through this routine, or really any routine?
I always say remove your ego and make sure you're performing the lifts properly, because you will get stronger and better. But if you do the lifts incorrectly, you're going to get better and stronger in incorrect form, not hitting the target muscles.
Right.
So just drop the ego, use the weight that's appropriate for great range of motion, and then as you start to get better, challenge yourself.
Yeah. Simply put, right? And then log those workouts, so you go, okay, let me use a little bit more weight, a little bit more reps, right? So you can track your progression and be consistent, guys, right? Think about your routine. This is a 3-day split, right? So if you're super busy and you're like, man, I want to train 5 days a week so I can split the muscle a little bit more and stuff. But let's say you're working, 60 hours a week and you got kids, you got to do all this stuff. A 5-day split may not be good for you, right? The best one is one you adhere to, stick to, same with nutrition, right? Yep. Last thing, speaking of nutrition, after a challenge, after 12 weeks, you lose all the weight, right? What is the importance of a reversing process, reverse diet to maintain your progress afterwards? What do you think on that side of things?
It's so individual from person to person. It depends where you're at. But the whole point of the transformation challenge is that you're changing your lifestyle in a way that's sustainable. So when the challenge ends, what our goal is to help you develop some tools and a routine that you can just continue on. Do you want to lose more weight? Then you can do that. Do you want to focus on maintaining? Then you can do that. You simply bring your calories up a little bit and drop your cardio. But I don't think there should be, the challenge ends, a complete departure from all the things you were doing.
Right.
It should, like, for all of us, the people in the challenge, and the people that have even been in our challenges and won, we see where they're at now. They haven't put the weight back on. Why?
Yeah, it's
because
incredible.
they just changed their routine. That's normal for them now. It's normal for them to be accountable. It's normal for them to go to the gym. It's normal for them to get some cardio in, and then they go live their life.
Right.
Yeah.
What Paul said there is developing new habits and into a sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Simply put. So that's it. We're going to wrap it here. Thanks, Paul.
Good to see you, man.
And we'll do it again next time. Take care.